Are you ready for what they call the autonomous vehicle, or better known to you maybe as a driverless car? The vehicle of the future, we think, has arrived.
Long overdue.
Mar Yvette is in Irvine with that. Mar.
Hey, Mar.
Good morning. Check out my new ride, you guys. The car of the future is here today. We're here in Irvine checking it out. We've got one of the first looks. Now, this is the Nissan 360 Autonomous. This is actually just a modified Leaf, so zero emissions, great for the environment, and a really, really smart car. Now, I'm here with Ijima all the way from Japan. He is one of the primary engineers and the general manager at Nissan. And I have Carl. Check out Carl from Kelley Blue Book. Now, we are about to do one of our very first test drives. Now, this is the coolest thing because this is truly a smart car. Now, I want you to take a look at this screen here. I don't know if you can get a shot of this. We have a bunch of pedestrians walking by. It recognizes every moving object, whether it's identified or unidentified as a person. It knows exactly what's going on. All you really do is a touch of a button, and the car does everything else for you. Isn't that right, Carl?
Yeah, they've essentially recreated the senses of a human. So instead of waiting for the infrastructure to make the streets work for these cars, they're making the cars work on current streets by having all the same abilities as a human eye.
Okay, so you touch the button. There you go. Ijima, touch the button, start, and we're going to start on this course. Yeah. So here we go, right? Even with people there, it's not going to run anybody over, right, Ijima? All right, let's go. So we're going to start moving now. I was a little bit scared, I have to admit, because I'm like, is this thing gonna really work? It's even recognizing Armando, our other camera guy. I love it. Okay, so we're about to take off. Can we go? Yep. All right, so here we go. And it actually reads, Carl. 65 miles speed limit, whatever the speed limit is posted, it will understand and recognize and adjust accordingly.
Yeah, it's just like a human. I mean, they've given it eyes, they've given it a sense of direction. It can stay within the lines of a lane. It can stop when other cars are stopping. It can overtake cars on the freeway. It's got lasers, laser vision.
It's amazing. And you know what? It also parks itself. Parallel parking, no longer a problem. Okay, you guys, we're going to come back in the next hour. We're going to show you more with this incredible autonomous vehicle. I love it.
Driving us right now.
Yeah, it's like your own personal taxi.
Okay, next time come back, you're just in that seat and no driver at all. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right, I know that I am ready for this, been ready for this. The driverless car, the vehicle of the future has arrived. Mar Yvette is trying it out in Irvine. So are you really gonna, well, I guess not drive this thing? You'll be in the driver's seat?
Not even in the driver's seat, Maria. Good morning, TGI Friday. It is the car of the future. It is here now, and guess what, girl? It drives itself. So check this out. We're here in a parking lot. How many times have you found yourself in a parking lot and you're like, oh goodness, you know what? I just really want to get to the mall. I just want to get to the restaurant. This car, this is the Nissan Autonomous. This car will drive itself. And it's going to find the parking spot for you. Yeah. I've got Carl Brower here with Kelley Blue Book, and we've been test driving it this morning. Look, we're not even in it now. There's a guy in the back seat. There's nobody at the steering wheel.
And it just located a spot that opened up from another car pulling out, and now it's pulling in. This isn't drive up to the spot and have it back in for you. This is get out at the beginning of the parking lot, go in the mall, and let it do its thing while you're shopping.
And actually find the spot for you.
Right. Finds the spot, parks, will locate an open spot while it circles the lot waiting for a spot to open up. And now one has, and it's parking.
That's so crazy to me. I don't understand. How does it know?
You know, they put almost everything that a human has in terms of sight and spatial awareness into this car. It's got laser sensors on it. It's got cameras. It can identify humans. It can identify hard objects, and it can basically see anything. Speed limit signs.
It adjusts to speed limit.
And think about this. I mean, the leading cause of death is accidents, car accidents for 4 to 34-year-olds in this country. Can you imagine something like this that is able to avoid crashes?
Wow, that's incredible. And the other thing that's really cool is it's a built-in valet system. So say you drive up to the mall, you stop in front of the escalator to get up to the shops, you tell the car to park itself, and then 5 minutes before you get back to where you dropped it off, it'll actually come back to you.
Yeah, if there's anyone who should be worried about this, it's the valet industry, because this thing will kind of obsolete them. It really would.
And this is coming to market, what? Nissan has projected the year 2020.
Yeah, they're committed to 2020 having this car available available and all the technology is really there now. What they're waiting for mostly is the regulations and the legal elements, but the cars are ready.
Yeah, because right now California is the third state that allows for driverless cars out on the road. It's Florida, it's Nevada, who was the first one, and it's California. So really it's just illegal, right?
Yeah, it's all legal now to test these cars in this state. They're going through the lobbying efforts in Washington. It's gonna happen. It sounds like future sci-fi.
It sounds like RoboCar.
Yeah, it's RoboCar, but it's coming.
I love it. All right, you guys, I mean, this is the answer to me. It valets for you, and you don't have to tip. Okay, we have all of the information on myfoxla.com. Maria,
Amen.
I think we found our new favorite vehicle.
Very much. All right, everybody, are you ready for a driverless car? You better be, because the vehicle of the future has arrived. Mar Yvette was in Irvine to check out the autonomous driving Nissan Leaf.
Have you ever thought about a driverless car? How about a vehicle that parks itself for you? We're here at the Nissan Autonomous 360 launch event, where they have just unveiled. It's essentially the car of the future. I have Carl Brower here from Kelley Blue Book. Now, Carl, this car just drove up, and it's actually looking for a parking spot.
Yeah, it located an open parking space in a parking area, and it's parking itself. You didn't have to drive it into the parking area. You didn't have to locate the space for it and let it back up, which some systems already do. This one's finding it. You walked away from the car at the start of the parking lot.
Now, these cars are really, I mean, they're beyond smart cars. They read street signs, the signals. They know how to adjust speed limits. I mean, it just goes on and on. Everything a human can do.
Right. They can do everything a human can do.
But better?
But they're less likely to be in an accident because they don't get distracted. They're not careless. The leading cause of death in this country between the ages of 4 and 34 are car accidents.
Wow. So this is hoping to take care of that issue.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carl. We have all of the information on myfoxla.com. What a cool ride.
It's cool and so modern, so futuristic.
I know. I wonder when they're going to actually make them legal. And then what do you tell the officer if there is a mistake? I didn't do it.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
No, come